Hello and welcome back. It has been a very long time since I've done one of these Space Engineers creative builds, but I can't do anything on content engineers right now because we're bringing it down to try fixing some problems we're having and to get ready for the update that's coming on Monday. The update that all of us Space Engineers players are waiting for and getting ready for. That's also why I'm not doing my single player series at the moment. Uh, but one of the things we're doing for content engineers is we're going to be doing a wipe. Uh, I am keeping the Apollodorus. Uh, the lip screw actually has proven to be very easy to print out, so I don't mind having to print that one back out again. Uh, and the Apollodorus, well, that's going to allow me to completely restart and rebuild everything with zero problems at all. But I'm kind of wanting to redesign the memorial station to where it's a freestanding station since we have unsupported stations on the server. I didn't know that when we first started the server, or I probably would have started it that way. Uh, but I know that now, so I'm going to go ahead and build a vanilla starter for me to print out using the Apollodorus. Or I might just drop it in and use that as a basis to convert it up into mods. Whatever, don't know yet. But I'm going to go ahead and build the vanilla station. Uh, don't know what I was building out right here, but I could start from that. Think I want a conveyor there in the middle though, but I'll figure that out. Uh, you know what? Yeah, I think I can go with this. I'll go ahead and make myself a little room to start off with in the very center. And since it's going to be on a server, I absolutely need a connection in here for a cryopod. That can be an inset cryopod though, so I'll just go ahead and put a conveyor junction here. I haven't put cryos on my bar yet. Actually, let's just go ahead and put the cryopod chamber itself there because that also has my medical rooms on it. So there we go. And then over on this side, an inset entertainment center, which is on one of the roll-through bars, but I can never remember which one. And give myself some doors here. This is because I did have my apartment in Memorial Station on the server already, so I may as well just start out with making sure I still have my apartment. Even though it will be a lot more humble this time, it's still my apartment. It's, yeah, let's put a couch in here because it's looking pretty bare. Sitting right in front of the entertainment center. There we go. That's nice. There's my little apartment. Uh, Go ahead and throw a roof on that. And then let's see. At its core, the memorial station is pretty simple. You've got a place for travelers to arrive. and get ready to set out on their destination, on their trips towards destinations elsewhere. Uh, I got to have production to go along with the fact that it's also a shipyard. And then, as this of course shows, it's still my home. Inset light. Inset, not incent. And let's just go ahead and place that horizontally and down. I'm going to need to turn on my light because it's of course not powered. But yeah, this is going to look nice. Nice little apartment. Nicely roofed. Gives me a floor to base the center of everything on. I don't really need these because that's going to be floor going around it, right? So go ahead and cut all of this out. This gives me connections only from one side of my little apartment, but that's all right. Go ahead and pull this out one more. Well, let's see. If I'm going to do this as the center of the station, might not hurt to go ahead and do this as the place where the antenna sits. I'm going to use the compact antenna, but beacons and everything are also on here, and I'm thinking I might need one because I don't know much about drones and I'm wanting to get into them, but I believe drones actually need those for their own protection. You'll notice most of my bar is heavy armor. And that's because if I can't do it with the one light armor block shape set, then it's probably something exterior and I need to be doing it with heavy armor. Because if it's going to be just free floating out in space, I don't want it to be shot out by pirates or whatever. Go ahead and extend this a bit further. Which does mean, of course, I could be doing all this with interior plates, but considering the Apollodorus's mining ability, I'll be fine. Let's see. Let's put production on both sides of that. Storage out next to there, I think. And I'm going to need to do some kind of conveyor connections underneath to be able to run a conveyor network around. Why did that not build? Oh, it did build. It's just taking time. Because it just loaded in a bunch of pirates all at the same time. That's nice of it. Let's see. I was looking at production. So I think simply because I can keep them in a smaller form, I will use these refineries. My goodness, why is it acting up so much? Yeah. I haven't found the dimensions of my outer wall yet. Yeah, that's what I thought. There we go. So those are all lined up. It would be probably better if I kept that all bottom though, which now this is going to mess with my numbering. So we'll just call this one number 1 as it should be. You are number 2. 3 and 4. If you handle the naming quickly, then it doesn't become a problem later. Stretch that out. And I'll go ahead and put some assemblers on this side. And this will all be pretty easy to swap out, actually. You know, it'll let me squeak in more storage if I use the tall ones, because I can put a couple of large cargo containers over here and still be at about the same length. Let's see, from the middle, this is 13 blocks versus 12. Okay, so I just need to lose 1 on here. Now they're even. Let's grab the cargo containers. Let's do industrial on this side. It needs to be 1 away from that. Okay. And let's see, I left 2 spaces there, right? Yep. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 out. That sounds good. And let's see. If I go back to cargo, swap back to large cargo. That gives me room for 2 more. On each of these sides. And obviously I want to look at those as not travelable. So I guess I don't need that extra row. That can go. This does need an extra row for a wall, same on the opposite side, so they were both 13 long. Okay, so all of that can be encased, and it also allows me a nice path down the middle to be able to go off to each side. Let's see, can I actually... Yeah, I think I want to put a flight, or not a flight seat. Why did I go flight seat? I want to go control seat. There we go. I want to have that in here. I probably should also have a vent. I mean, I have it to where I can close off the doors, so a vent would not be a terrible idea. Can't really go in through the top, but I could put one in the bottom. There's only one vent I use, so I don't even have to put the rollout one on the bar. I just absolutely love the full block actual fan. I should probably put some kind of power on here. The station itself was run off of reactors. Of course, it was being run off of one large warfare reactor. But I think 4 small ones will do fine. At least I hope 4 small ones will do fine. For the vanilla station, it'll be absolutely fine. When I start throwing mods on there, I'll probably want those to be Mark V. But for the vanilla station, that should be fine. I can also sneak in some batteries. I might actually put those underneath with whatever conveyor network I run under here. So yeah, I think that's more or less what this part of the station needed. So let's just go ahead and wall this off. Because it's going to be an unsupported station, I need to build in the 3D for armor. So as far as the roofs themselves go, they're probably going to be very squarish. Do I actually want to have more of these and make them taller? I do have this in the middle. I was looking at being pretty short ceiling overall, but that's not going to work with that in the middle. So I can just move these up. I haven't gotten to this side yet, so they don't have their additional wall. So yeah, this is going to give me 8 instead of the 4 I was going to have. Which is absolutely going to increase my power. And I can do the same on my assemblers. And on my cargo, I could also add an array of small cargoes with them if I wanted to. And I think I do. And the way I'm going to do this so that things aren't routing through cargo containers as often is like this. Actually, I was looking for a place to put batteries. But now these aren't supported by anything. Think things through. Let's just go ahead and put conveyors on top of all these cargo containers. And now that we've done that, these will be supported. And just put cargo container on each of the cardinal directions here. And then even if the regular large cargo container doesn't consider that a placeable spot, I have which it doesn't, but it will take it with the or the small cargo containers there. So let's go ahead and grab some batteries and just tuck those in. It's got T turned on. I hate that. So on the part that's going to be visible, let's make sure I've got the right side facing. Thank you very much. Auto rotate, that never really works right. As always, I could be making this much faster if I use symmetry mode. I just rarely use it. So that's absolutely going to be enough battery power. Doubly so when I come back through and I completely lost my train of thought. It's a lot harder to play and talk at the same time than people think. Alright, is this going to be high enough to make it over the antenna? No, I need to go up one more. So that's actually going to allow me more cargo space. I'm not too worried about that. So at this point, that's actually one too high. I was correct in saying one higher. So like that will go directly over it, and that's fine. Let's go ahead and drag these out. Grab conveyors. Up two more. It'll be the same on these. Now this will be a slight pain for me to get in and upgrade all of these small cargo containers that are going in when I upgrade to mods, without having to destroy all of these batteries. So I'm probably going to be destroying a lot of batteries in that. And it'll hurt my soul for a moment. But I'll get over it. So many small cargo containers. I didn't have any small cargo containers on it before, but it was also built into an asteroid and I had a massive amount of space inside to work with. I don't have that here. Let's see. For these reactors, how about to connect those in? I do have those routing through cargo containers, and I just double up on that. Where I was thinking 4 might have a problem, maybe 8 will be alright. Don't know. We will see. Actually, I don't get these cargo containers. And this is the build process in Space Engineers. You just come up with an idea, try it, realize you hate it and or did not even need it, delete it, try something else. In this case, I've got my conveyors popping up. Which will make those a lot easier to connect in together, giving me a nice network. How high up do these need to go? Just one more? 2 more. Keep forgetting that I am in creative and I have this power. Just zoop. Such an amazing power to have. But yeah, if I come back across here, that is directly over the top of the antenna. It's going to feel cavernous in here, as is. But it's going to have me a nice protected bit of production and an apartment. Again, this is all interior armor because it's absolutely going to have heavy armor exterior. If not all of it, then at least key points that will definitely benefit from it. Zip that across. I've almost got this whole little shell built. And that's why it's nice to be doing this in creative mode instead of survival. But I also messed up right there. And right there. Wow, I went really deep with that wall. I did not need to do that. And then I didn't even put in this wall. There. That's better. And this leaves plenty of room for modules. Oh, that's the thing I was trying to talk about earlier. But yeah, plenty of room for modules here. I guess I did have room. Or no, those are the extra batteries that I could put in. I'm going to leave those blank for right now and not put in extra batteries. I might, however, see fit is to use those for vents. And I do still need an O2H2. And how convenient of me. I have conveyors here that are out of the way of modules. And there we go. So these are all little sub-networks though. They're not all connected. And before I sign off, I want to make sure I have at least that much done. And right now it's actually easier to do that from the top. So let's just go ahead and get a basic spine down. And then I will come back and slot in what I need where. Like right here I actually need conveyor junctions anywhere where it's going two different directions. And that's because I'm not using modded. And right here I can actually go back to the armored and just use the T's. So that one. Because that's nice and easy, the way they stagger out. Back to the straights. And these are actually lined up for over here. Whoops. And a bunch of curves are going to be needed. Let's see. Let's just get all the ones facing this way first. would have been nice if I remembered I had more straights needed. But I completely forgot about this side. Make sure I'm looking the right way. Got all those. And this one wants to be a slight pain, but that's all it's got going for it. Because there we go. It's all networked together. And is still leaving quite a few locations where turrets can be put. And actually I could change some of that. Like over here, let's go to the T, which was currently sideways. Skip one, put it there. Save over here. That needs to be as is. This, however, both of those can be converted to T's, both of these. And this will allow me to get turrets up. Let's actually do these as T's, bump them all out by 1 with a curved going up. That way I can put multiple turrets this side as well. Not to mention, this is still going to go on to the station side. Oh, sun's way down there, that's why. And this is going to go on to the shipyard side. Kind of like I had it before, but free floating and on its own instead of stuck in an asteroid. But we'll go ahead and, I think, call it there. I will do full finishing touches on the production end of things in here and start working on the outer armor for this section, as well as outer guns. I need to also figure out the underside, which I'll do that off camera because it's going to be tedious since I've already got everything laid in. In any case, if you enjoyed what I was doing this time, go ahead and hit the like button. And if you want to see more of what I'm getting up to next time, there's always the subscribe button. Until next time, have a good one.